Okay. Senator Kina Ledama.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are living in very interesting times. As you can see, today I'm standing in my position as a Chief Whip of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya, and I want to thank the former Chief Whip, Boni Halwale, for being so gracious and accepting and walking away and sitting in an undisclosed location. Mr. Speaker, as I support this motion, allow me to begin by condemning the utterances by one governor of Nyeri, Mutahi Kahiga, when he insulted my community, when he called my community people who walk without underwears. Mr. Speaker, that is completely uncouth and uncalled for. And Governor Kahiga must understand that we are here as one nation, and that type of divisive politics is uncalled for, and it should not be allowed in this country. You cannot go and demean another community. You should allow a community to be able to be fully represented, and you cannot go out there and shame a community. Shame on you, Governor what was his name? Kahiga, Governor Kahiga. I mean, seriously. When will we as leaders have a sense of occasion? They're in a burial. People are crying. They're bereaved. And then you go there, you start your politics. Why don't you go and sponsor, use the money from the county government that you're used to using to go and call for a rally to be able to go and insult other people? I mean, it's about time that we learn the sense of occasion. So shame on you, Governor Kahiga, and the Maasai community will not stand. And as I represent that community, I will not stand and see you shaming my community. You know, if it was in those eras, we'll deal with you. But now, we just want to call you for your utterances, which do not have a position in this republic. Mr. Speaker, really, as leaders, we must respect other communities. You know, it is completely unethical, uncouth, and uncivilized for Governor from Nyeri, Kahiga, to be able to use a funeral to look down on another community. This is not back then when they are first-class and second-class citizens. This is when all of us are equal, and we'll point out that we are really equal. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I support the distinguished members of this Senate who have been proposed to serve in the House Business Committee. I serve in that committee, and I know the amount of work that that committee have to deal with. That is a committee that decides really the kind of business that we deal with. And I want to correct the view that the previous committee did not do its work. The previous committee really worked well, worked very hard. And in fact, the Secretariat did a fantastic job during our retreat to be able to put facts on the table, to say these are the businesses that were guided by the House business. This is what we concluded. I think what we need to now deliberate on is how do we ensure that any business that leaves the upper house of the Senate and goes down to the lower house in the National Assembly, that business is concluded. That is a task now we believe that Senator Crystal Asige, Senator Faki, Senator Asigi, Senator Roba, distinguished gentlemen, and all the other distinguished senators who have been given an opportunity to serve in the House business will be able to crack to ensure that we conclude our task. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I thank you, and I just repeat by saying, shame on you, Governor, I don't know his name, Kahiga.
Senator Esther Okenyuri. Sorry?
Yeah, finally.
Senator
Thank you, Mr.
Okenyuri,
Speaker.
what did you say?
Finally, my chance has come. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. for giving me this opportunity. I also wish to support the composition of that House Business Committee, and I'm looking forward to prioritization of very key legislative agenda, Mr. Speaker. And allow me at this juncture, just as a sponsor of the Protection of Livelihood Bill, to give my condolences to sad news I'm reading on the internet about the demise of one Tyson Amin.